The story started by showing the very dangerous war going on in South Greece. The soldiers of both the kingdoms were fighting with each other. The fight was in full swing. They were defeating each other by swordsmanship and arrows. Everything was destroyed. Many soldiers and warriors were killed by drowning in the water. After this, when everything calmed down, a dangerous and arrogant king who was not good went to the king of South Greece and challenged him for a fight because both of them were enemies. He also took a large army with him. The king of South Greece thought that he was coming to attack, so he told his soldiers to direct the swords and arrows towards them. Then when the king of South Greece himself came forward, the bad king put a condition in front of him that we will fight the war, but in this there will be only a fight between you and me. The soldiers will not come forward at all because we will not shed their blood. Whoever wins among us will be entitled to his kingdom as well as the other kingdom. The winner will get everything there, like wealth, city, respect, everything. The king of Greece agreed to this, and a dangerous fight broke out between the two. There was a fierce sword attack on each other. As soon as the king of South Greece started cutting the head of the old king with the sword, he moved aside and saved himself. Then both continued fighting with swords. The bad king also tried to attack him and cut his head, but he also turned to the side. That is, both were giving equal competition to each other, but a time came when the bad king started overpowering him. He was attacking him fiercely, but when the king of South Greece failed to stop his attack, the bad king punched him and pushed him back, due to which he became more weak because the attack was on his chest, but the bad king threw the sword towards him to fight again. As soon as he got up to fight by holding the sword, the bad king again attacked him with the sword and stopped him. Now the old king was so excited that he buried the sword in the ground and started fighting with his hands, but the other king was still fighting with the sword. The old king caught his sword and attacked him, then caught him by the neck and threw him in the air. After this he burst a cracker on the ground with force. When the king fell down, the bad king attacked his head and broke his helmet, then placed the helmet on the sword and waved it in the air, which was a sign of victory, and in this way he badly defeated the king of South Greece, due to which his soldiers were very happy and danced, but the people of South Greece were disheartened. And they also considered the bad king as their king and sat on their knees in front of him and bowed their heads. After winning, when the bad king came to his palace, his wife, i.e. the queen, who was very good, asked him that why did you attack the king of South Greece when he did not even say anything to us, he was good. On this, the king replied that, my love, I have done this for you. The queen said, a lie, you have done this not for me but for yourself, wealth, city, and power. They had an argument over this. The queen got angry and left from there, from which we understood that the relationship between them is not very good. The queen was very upset. That is why she went to the temple of Goddess and started crying and calling her and said, Goddess, come out, I need your help. Then when Goddess came there, she called the queen. Rani handles them and tells them that I am fed up with the cruelty of my husband, i.e. the bad king. I want to get rid of all this by any means. So, tell me what I should do. Goddess says that if you want, I can give you a child who will end all these atrocities of your husband and fight against evil. Rani said, but I don't like my husband. We already have a child and I don't want another child from him. On this, Goddess immediately said, not from your husband but from my husband God has, because he also wants this. He has sympathy for you. He likes you a lot. If you want, then give birth to his child who will free you from the cruelty of your husband and will end evil from the whole world. Because it is obvious that if he is Jazz's child, then he will also have powers like him, and you should name that child Hercules. Now Rani had to get free from the cruelty by any means. That's why she agreed. At night when she was sleeping, Jazz came to her. But he was not visible because he had come in the form of an invisible power which Rani could feel. She realizes that Goes is here, then the bad king also came there. Seeing the queen in this condition, he feels this invisible power, he gets very angry. He removes the sheet and tries to search everywhere, but he doesn't find anything. He hits the sword everywhere, thinking that if there is any power, it would have been killed by the cutting of the sword, but nothing. He got so angry that he hugged the queen and said, "Tell me, who was that person? Who was with you?" The queen does not tell them anything, she just keeps crying. The bad king came out in anger and started shouting loudly in front of his people. Then fire came down from the sky and it started raining, due to which the bad king started thinking that this work can be done. Then he got angry and started screaming loudly, looking at the sky. 9 months passed like this. The queen's son was born, but the king hated him. He was very angry because he knew that this is not my child but someone else's, but still he goes to the queen and says that because you are my wife and this is your child, that is why I am naming him Alcudia. But remember, he can never take the place of our elder son because he is my son. He is my blood and he is the next one entitled to the throne. After me he will be the king. Saying this, the king went from there. The queen looks at her son and says that my son's name is not Alcidia but Hercules. That is the same name which God has gave him. But now 20 years passed like this, where Hercules, i.e. Alcides, had grown up and is now with the princess. Both spend a very good time together and were very happy because they liked each other. Then the king's son, i.e. Alcides' brother, came with his soldiers. Now, although he also likes the princess, he never tells her because he knew that his brother Alcides loves her and she loves Alcides. He sends the princess with his soldiers and tells Alcides, "Why don't we go hunting all day today?" To which he agreed. She went out for hunting, i.e. it becomes night, and now both of them were alone. Then they get alert after looking at one side, because there was a lion who was roaring. After seeing them, he was completely ready to attack, but Alcides is not afraid of seeing him. He slowly moved forward with his rod. The lion roared to finish him off. He moved forward roaring. He was about to pounce on Alcides when Alcides hit him with the rod and pushed him back. He was so brave that he climbed on the lion's back and tried to throw it down, but as the lion freed itself, Alcides fell down. As soon as the lion moved forward to eat him, Alcides put a rod in his mouth to stop him, but obviously the lion was so powerful that the rod broke. Before the lion could swallow Alcides, he caught the lion tightly by the throat and held him. The lion was also trying very hard to free itself, but he could not stand before the powers of Alcides. He suffocated and died there due to the breaking of the neck bone. Now, to show bravery, they remove the skin of the lion and keep it with themselves. Then when they return to the palace, Alcides' brother, in order to appear brave in the eyes of everyone and to take all the credit for himself, starts telling a fake story of killing the lion. By telling this, he was showing everyone the skin of the lion, that how did I kill him? Here Alcides does not tell the truth, but agrees with his brother that he is the one who killed the lion because he does not want to go against his brother. But here the queen and princess, who knew that Alcides is brave, while his brother Derfo doubts this, due to which they were very surprised, but the bad king becomes very happy due to this bravery of his son, and he fixes his and the queen's marriage. But Alcides and the princess did not like this decision of the king at all. She was very surprised. The princess gets so angry that she immediately leaves from there. Even the queen, Alcides' mother, was not happy with this decision. The princess's mood got spoiled. That's why Alcides goes after her with his horse to convince her. Alcides' brother tells his dad king that, "Dad, you have fixed the marriage. I am also happy, but the one with whom the marriage is to be done is not happy because she likes Alcides." On which the king got angry and said that, "Don't think so much, it does not matter who she likes and who she does not. Your marriage with her has been fixed. So go and bring her back." The princess will agree. who is running away with her horse very fast. Alcides makes his horse stand in front of her horse and makes her get down from the horse while crying. She cries a lot and says, "Alcides, I love you, right? I want to marry you, not him. These people will never understand our love. Let's run away from here and go somewhere far away. We will get married and build our own life in which we will be very happy." Before they can leave from here, Alcides' brother arrives here with his soldiers and starts chasing them, after which both of them are caught. He is caught. His brother Alcides is brought in front of the king. The king tells him, "Alcides, I know you are not happy with my decision, but you have to obey my order." He said, "No, I love the queen and she loves me, so I will not let her marry anyone else even if he is my brother." But the king says, "No, tomorrow you are going to Egypt with the captain because there is a war going on there." Now that place was so dangerous that no one comes back alive from there, so the king was sending him there so that he could be killed because obviously Alcides was not his son, so the king hated him now, although he did not want him, but because it was the king's order he has to obey. But along with that he also says that, "See, I will win this war, and on the night of the full moon I will also marry the princess, because she is only mine." Now while leaving he met his mother, and here for the first time he comes to know the secret that I am not the king's but Jazz's son. Here the queen tells him, crying, that, "Son, you were forced to be like this. That's why you have been born, so that you can end the atrocities of your stepfather and eradicate evil from its roots. Your name is not Alcides but Hercules." But because he was in a hurry, he leaves for Egypt without paying attention to their words. After a long time, they reached there. The entire area was a desert. But there, cannibals, that is, man-eaters, attacked them. A dangerous war broke out between them in which the cannibals were overpowering and they killed many of their people, and there was a pile of their dead bodies on the ground. When the remaining people went inside the cave, there too, they were suddenly attacked by arrows. But they somehow saved themselves by putting forward their shields. After which both the armies came face to face and attacked each other fiercely. They were killing each other with their rods and swords. In this, Alcides' army seemed to be weakening. In no time, all his soldiers were killed except Alcides and his special man. They fought bravely with the rest of the army. They fight and fight them. Now there was a leader of the other army who asks one of his men who was Alcides among them, "Who is he? Is he alive or dead?" On this the man tells that Alcides is dead. On hearing this, the leader takes the fake helmet of Alcides and sends it to the father of Alcides, saying that, "Look, we have fulfilled our promise by killing Alcides," which means that all this was a plan of the king to get him killed. Now the leader tells both of them that, "I know you are very good warriors. I had to kill you too. You survived with your bravery. Now if you want to live, I can give you a new life. You will have to leave us and live as our slaves, but I also know that you will never like to be a slave. You will prefer to die like this as a warrior, so here I have started killing you." Now before he kills Alcides, Alcides cries and says to him that, "Stop, we want to live but not as your slaves. You do this, sell us, we will also get a new life and you will get money." The leader asks Hayes, "What is your name? What is it? And who are you?" He replies that, "My name is Hercules." The leader punches him in anger and makes him unconscious. The news of Alcides' death spreads in the palace, due to which there was an atmosphere of mourning, especially for the queen and the princess. She cries a lot, but could not do anything even if she wanted to. On the other hand, the leader sells Alcides and his companion. Here his companion also came to know that the king has deliberately sent us here to get killed, and he was not able to understand. Why would he want to get his own son Alcides killed? That is why he asks Alcides that, "You said that I am Hercules, whereas your name is Alcides." Then by whose name did you introduce yourself? To this he replies, that I myself do not know about this. I had heard this name from my mother queen. I told Hercules so that my dad king thinks that I am dead. Then, after getting free from here, I will go back to the palace and marry the princess who is my love. He also says that, sir, this work is as easy to say as it is difficult, because you have only seen the world of the palace, whereas I am aware of the dangerous world outside. We can never go back from here, on which he encourages her. That don't worry, just trust me, we will definitely go to the palace now, since both of them were slaves. That is why they are sent to the battlefield for the fight. First Alcides goes with him, who gets beaten in the beginning, but then he gains control over him and kills him. He makes him half-hearted, after which Alcides is sent down to fight. As soon as he arrives, the man attacks Alcides and pins him against a pillar, but Alcides climbs up and attacks him with his legs. Both of them come face to face once again. Alcides beats him with his fists and legs and makes him half dead. Then he lifts him up and throws him down so much that his condition worsens. Then Alcides breaks his arms and drops him there. He had won. That is why there are slogans of Hercules and Hercules everywhere, and he is applauded. On the other hand, when the queen was sitting at one place and praying, the king comes there and asks her, "Tell me, whose son is Alcides? Who is his father? Is there one, or how many?" To this, the queen immediately says, "There is only one, but he was also born for some purpose. But since my son Alcides is no more, I will complete his unfinished work by killing you to save myself from your atrocities." Saying this, she started attacking the king with a dagger. But he stopped the attack by holding the queen's hand and asks, "Tell me, who was he?" On which the queen now goes and tells him that he is Zeus, to save me from your atrocities, and to finish you, he gave me a son. After telling this, she started laughing. The king got very angry. He stabs the same dagger inside the queen, which kills her. But while dying, she tells the king that you have killed Zeus's son. He is very angry and powerful, so now be careful. You can never save yourself from his anger. You will be killed. See, now the king hides this thing from everyone, that I killed him, spreads the rumor everywhere that the queen died in grief of the death of her son Alcides. Hercules tells the slave owner that you can earn more money from here also. If you take us to Greece, then there are no such small fights there. Rather, people come from far and wide to see the fight. There are very big fights. Now we both will go there and fight with 6 men from your side, and these 6 people are those who have never lost, so obviously who will come to see their fight, he will not come. Now, if you defeat them, then free us, whereas you will become rich." To which the slave owner agreed. But before going there, both of them fight with 2 dangerous warriors as a practice, whom no one had defeated till date. But because Hercules and his companion were also the best warriors, no less than anyone, they also fight them bravely. Here their dangerous fight broke out. First Alcides came to fight, but the warrior throws him away. His companion moves forward and attacks him on the face with his rod. Alcides also got up by then and beat him hard. He traps him between 2 mountains. But when Alcides saw that my friend's life is in danger, he immediately goes there and saves him before the next attack. After which both of them fight with those warriors again and finally defeat them. But in all this, Hercules' companion was also badly injured. Seeing his condition, the slave owner says that he cannot even walk. How will he fight there? On this, Hercules said that, "Don't worry. I alone will fight them. I will fight," for which the master agreed, after which these people come to Greece with Hercules. Here there was also a special man of their kingdom, captain, whom Hercules secretly catches and tells about himself and his friend that we are alive, hearing which the captain becomes very happy, after which Hercules is sent to the battlefield to fight with those 6 people, where he enters very comfortably like a hero. Then runs and starts moving towards them, although they try to stop his way with sword and rod. But first he attacks one with a sword and knocks him away, then jumps and sits on the other and thrusts the sword in his chest. As one came to stop him, Hercules caught him and waved him in the air and threw him on the ground with force. While falling, that man hit both his companions, due to which they also fall. Now both of them together tried to attack him again, but Hercules, while saving himself with his shield and sword, kills one of them by inserting his sword inside him. Then finally he kills the remaining two as well, lifting one in the air while attacking the other with his shield, and in this way he single-handedly overpowered these warriors and won this battle. In the joy of victory he waves his rod in the air. After the battle is over, the captain and Hercules' companions come to meet him. The captain tells him that it is with great regret that I have to tell you that your mom, the queen, has been killed by the king. Then showing a dagger he tells that I kept this for you, which I took out from your mom's chest because that is where the king had attacked. Hearing this, Hercules is very broken. In sorrow he bows his head, then while controlling himself says, "Now they should not tell the princess that I am alive, otherwise she will tell this news to everyone, and due to happiness she will not keep the matter in her stomach." The king's people attack the village of Greece and take money from them by pulling people out of their houses by beating them. But then the hero Hercules comes here, who attacks all the soldiers and beats them up badly. Whoever was coming forward to attack, he picked them up and threw them away. Seeing this, the other soldiers ran away from there. Now, seeing him so brave, the villagers recognize who he is and say, "You are Hercules, son of God, so you are also a god." On this he says, "No, I am not God, I am a common man." After this he sends a message to the king that next time, do not do such acts of oppressing the weak. Now the king comes to know that my soldier, i.e. Alcides' companion, is alive, but with him is a man named Hercules. So he orders to catch both of them, but he did not know that Hercules is none other than her stepson Alcides, his companion. Took Hercules to an old woman who is none other than Goddess. She tells him that if you want, you can spend your life by marrying the princess, but the reality is that the purpose of your life is something else which will take you far away from your love. But yes, you should trust your dad Jazz, he will give you the powers with which you can destroy that king. On this, Hercules angrily said that when all the people were being killed, when my mother was killed, where was my dad Jazz? He was unconscious, he could not save them. God has said that she is always with you, you just need to trust her, she will give you the power herself. On the other hand, Alcides' brother pressurizes the princess to agree and marry him, on which she says that, "Don't even think about it, I don't like you at all, I would prefer to die better than marrying you," after which the princess goes from there and tries to take her life by jumping from the roof. But then the captain comes there and saves her. Now he tells him that Alcides is alive and the one who is Hercules is Alcides, and then the next day both of them come face to face with each other again because they had met after a long time. So, along with being very happy, they became emotional, their eyes were filled with tears, that's why their throats got tight. The next day the king calls the leader of the cannibals there and asks that, "How did that friend of my kingdom remain alive, and who is this Hercules with him? I need both of them somehow, find them." After searching a lot, finally Hercules is found. His brother himself comes to catch Hercules, but he was very surprised to see that his brother is Hercules, after which they attack him and take him with them as a prisoner and tie him with strong chains made of heavy stones in front of everyone. Then he was being tortured a lot, he was being beaten with a horse. Now, the king stares at him and tells everyone that, "Look, this is Jazz's son Hercules, who is himself tied up, is getting beaten, cannot save his life, you people don't care." Saying that he will save him, he gets him killed and then gets the captain killed too because he was Hercules' companion, and now the king was about to get his other companion killed. Hercules looks towards the sky and takes the name of his father. I trust you. As soon as he said this, a different power came inside Hercules while the clouds also started thundering. Hercules became so strong that he broke his chains by applying force, but two heavy stones also broke along with the chains. Now everyone was stunned to see him in this form. The king orders to kill him, but whoever was coming forward was attacking them with stones. The rest of the people ran away from there in fear, due to which there was chaos there. By twisting the chains, he was hitting all the soldiers with stones, and this way he killed all those people by picking them up and throwing them, taking advantage of which the king ran away from there with his other people. Hercules now leaves with his other companions to take him from the king. And this was the same full moon night when the princess was to get married to his brother. She was going to marry Hercules, but she was refusing. Now Hercules comes to the soldiers and says that now you have to decide between right and wrong. You have to choose between the king and me. He is a cruel and selfish king, whereas I am the one who will protect and take care of everyone and save everyone. Now it is obvious that the soldiers support Hercules only and raise slogans for him. Now Hercules takes all of them to the king's palace and challenges to take the king and his son. The king comes out and says that my son is the princess has gone to marry your love, so only I have come to fight. Saying this, he throws a small torch and sets fire around Hercules and his soldiers, and then asks his soldiers to attack Hercules' soldiers, but Hercules stops him and says, "Stop, this war is yours and mine, right? So only you and I should fight, and whoever wins among us will be the king of this kingdom, and then you will get everything, this palace and all." The soldiers, to this the king says, "No, Hercules' son, how can I fight with you? You are my son." To this he replies, "No, I am not your son. I am the son of the one who rules the whole world. I am the son of Jazz." To which both the soldiers come face to face and start fighting with each other, seeing which Hercules raises his sword up towards the sky, due to which all the lightning in the sky came in his sword. As soon as he gets this power, he waves the lightning all around there. As soon as the king's soldiers get caught in the lightning, everyone dies because these blows were very dangerous, and he killed all the soldiers in this way, after which a fight broke out between Hercules and the king. Both were fighting with swords, shouting and screaming. The fight was going on equally, but at one point the king got the upper hand. He beats Hercules a lot. Then as soon as both of them started fighting again, he kicks Hercules and throws him away. The king challenges him. As soon as he got up, the king started hitting him again. But this time with great courage he was stopping every attack of the king. Then he started hitting him by throwing him on the ground and was about to kill the king by catching him, when the king's son brings the princess as a prisoner and asks the king to release him. He had a dagger on the princess, but the princess catches that dagger and thrusts it in her chest. It passed through and hit the king's son, due to which he got so injured that he fell down and died immediately. The princess also got injured and fell down there. On seeing this, Hercules shouts loudly. He gets so angry that he starts fighting with the king again. This time he was fighting very hard. He hits the king a lot, attacks different parts of his body with swords, lifts him away and kills him, although he was protecting himself, but this time he was weak in front of Hercules. But he lifts him away and kills him, then jumps and comes near him and thrusts his dagger forcefully into the king's chest. The king dies, and in this way he takes revenge for his mother. Along with the king's account, his atrocities will also end now. As he comes near the princess, he becomes very happy to see that she is alive. After some time they got married, which they wanted. They started living happily, where their cute son was born who will become the next prince. Their family got complete and they were very happy. Showing their happy life, this movie also has a happy ending.